Harare, Zimbabwe's governing party has moved to expel President Robert Mugabe from its ranks, taking the first step in legally ousting the 93-year-old leader following last week's military coup. A majority of the leaders of the party, ZANU-PF, recommended Mugabe's expulsion from the very organization he had controlled with an iron grip since independence in 1980, according to ZBC, the state broadcaster. Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe appeared in public for the first time since the military put him under house arrest earlier this week. Several people are feared dead after a helicopter and an aircraft were involved in a mid-air collision northwest of London. The wife of Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore says he won't step down in the face of sexual misconduct allegations. A half-century after Audrey Hepburn starred in Breakfast at Tiffany's, the landmark New York jewelry store is making the title of the 1961 film a reality by opening a cafe where shoppers can enjoy a morning meal. NASA has captured 20 years of seasonal changes in a new global map of the home planet. The Metropolitan Intercity Railway Co. in Japan publicly apologized when one of their trains left a station 20 seconds earlier than scheduled. Pollution and environmental destruction by Adai's operations are threatening the livelihoods of nearby rural Indian villages. Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe appeared in public for the first time since the military put him under house arrest earlier this week. Similar steps, possibly over the next week, by the party's Central Committee, Parliament and Mugabe's cabinet could legally end his presidency, in keeping with coup leaders' attempts to soften the image of a takeover that the military insists was not a coup. The military arrested Mugabe early Wednesday, effectively ending his 37-year rule, although it allowed him to appear in public on Friday to address a university graduation, a yearly tradition. Later on Friday, party members endorsed the military's efforts to stabilize the economy and defuse political instability. They echoed military commanders in arguing that the intervention was aimed at rooting out a cabal of corrupt interlopers who had clouded Mugabe's judgment and his ability to govern. Many of us had watched with pain as the party and government were being reduced to the personal property of a few infiltrators with traitorous histories and questionable commitment to the people of Zimbabwe, the party leaders said in a resolution. The resolution recommended that Mugabe be removed for taking the advice of counter-revolutionaries and agents of neo-imperialism, for mistreating his vice president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, whom Mugabe abruptly dismissed last week, and for encouraging factionalism. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. It urged the immediate and unconditional reinstatement of Mugabe.